The FBI just told a federal judge in this case that based on the rate of production, 500 a month, it will take 158 years to process the records in the hidden room, the burn bag room. 158 years. So I talked to you some time ago about how Judicial Watch uncovered this. Well, actually, we didn't uncover it. We found out because of Kash Patel and Dan Bongino's disclosures to the media. Kash Patel was FBI director. Dan Bongino was hired as assistant FBI director for a few months. And Dan and Kash disclosed that there was a secret room they were made aware of with documents about the weaponization of lawfare targeting Trump. Jack Smith documents, they were talking about burn bags, Russiagate documents, etc. And so Judicial Watch said, give us the records in the burn bags, give us the records in that room. And they came back to us. First of all, they ignored our request or didn't respond appropriately. We had to sue in federal court. And as part of that court process, they came back to us and said, oh, by the way, there are 1.9 million records in that room. What? 1.9 million records? And so they said, well, we'll give you 500 records a month, or we'll review 500 records a month. And I don't even think they were even reviewing them. They wanted to organize and digitize them. So long story short, we've been kind of battling with them. Give us more information about what the records are, what's going on. By the way, why didn't you search this room? I don't mean you, Kash, or Dan Bongino, whoever. Why didn't the FBI search this room in response to our other FOIA lawsuits and FOIA requests? And we've been getting the runaround. The FBI just told a federal judge in this case that based on the rate of production, 500 a month, it will take 158 years to process the records in the hidden room, the burn bag room. 158 years. And the suggestion is that Judicial Watch should therefore curtail our request, as opposed to them reviewing and releasing in an emergency fashion these records in a more timely way. We have a court hearing on it next week. But this is what we have to put up with. So, I mean, you want to know why it looks like I'm going to explode sometimes? I mean, these records, by all accounts, are devastating, potentially, to the lawfare and weaponization narratives used to try to destroy a republic by mostly going after President Trump for the last 10 plus years. And the FBI is like, we'll look at them. In 158 years. Judicial Watch announced today the FBI has told a federal court that at a rate of 500 pages a month, processing records from the hidden room at FBI headquarters should it take approximately 158 years. The room, now dubbed the burn bag room, holds over 2 million pages. It went from 1.9 to over 2 million, by the way, according to the FBI's own filings. Then Deputy Director Dan Bongino said in May 2025 that some of the records were found stashed in bags. The figures came in a joint status report filed literally today as part of a lawsuit that Judicial Watch is pursuing under the Freedom of Information Act. So we found out it's 158 years. We want answers as to what's going on here. They were playing games with FOIA. They're playing games as to what's in that room. So we're asking the court for the right to conduct limited discovery. We asked the court to allow it to question the FBI through limited deposition about its handling of the records, including who discovered the room and when, who had access to it, its security classification, how records ended up stored in filing cabinets, safes, boxes, and burn bags, what the FBI has done to bring them under standard records management. What does that mean? It means government records need to be put into systems that are searchable and managed so the public can gain access to them and there's a record of what the government was up to. and whether the records were ever searched in response to other FOIA requests. The FBI reports it has yet to access a safe believed to contain records. So they still haven't even opened all the doors in the room, practically speaking. They've got a safe they haven't looked through yet. The agency also alleges, and this is the quote, it will take approximately 158 years to process at a rate of 500 pages a month. The FBI, of course, opposes our request for discovery. So we want to know about the corruption behind this secret room that Dan and Cash first disclosed to the American people. And the agency doesn't want us to know the details of that abuse and corruption. I mean, Cash Patel, call your office. Todd Blanche, call your office. Get this information out to Judicial Watch. Why are you opposing our efforts to get access to the details about this scandal under the Freedom of Information Act? This is a transparency scandal. In a Fox News interview on May 29, 2025, then FBI Director Dan Bongino disclosed the room's existence, stating, "There was a room that we found stuff, a lot of stuff, hidden from us at least and not mentioned to us, and then found stuff in there, a lot of from the Comey era. We are working right now to declassify, and just so you know, because I get the public, I understand people, well, do it now. The process is not all the information is ours to declassify. Some is other intelligence agencies. We literally can't do it. Once that gets done and you read some of the stuff, we found out, by the way, was not processed through the normal procedure, digitizing and putting it in FBI records. We found it in bags hiding under James Comey's FBI. You're going to be stunned." Well, you can see based on that statement why we filed a FOIA right away, right? As Judicial Watch previously uncovered, the room is a sensitive, compartmented information facility containing several safes, now identified as file cabinets, 20, holding between roughly 950,000 and 1.9 million records. And now it's over 2 million, according to this latest filing. American citizens should be outraged. The FBI just told a federal court judge that its stonewalling means it will take 158 years to release the 2 million weaponization and lawfare records in its secret burn bag room. The American people need to know today how the FBI was used as a political weapon against Donald Trump and other innocents. So stop with the stonewalling. Release the records now. I mean, I've previously compared this to the Epstein files. I know these are more important than the Epstein files. And the Epstein files demonstrate when the pressure's on, they can release 3 million plus records relatively quickly. Here, there's only 2 million. So, Judicial Watch, again, has been second to none in uncovering the abuses targeting Trump, the lawfare, the warfare against President Trump from the deep state, from Mueller, from Biden, from Obama, from Clinton, from Jack Smith. We've been targeted ourselves. These are key documents, and it's just shocking to me that the FBI is treating us like a bother for asking for them. We only know about them because the head of the FBI talked about them. And now when it comes to disclosing them to the public, it's going to take 158 years. I don't know, but I suspect that President Trump will be quite angry if he finds that out. As well he should be. I mean, they could get all sorts of lawyers and employees looking at the Epstein records to get them out in a matter of months. And here, oh, we can only look at them 500 pages. And of course, of those 500 pages that they review, that doesn't mean we get them all. It's just the review. It doesn't mean they're released. They're processed. Process means they could be just designated as secret and we never see them. So we got to get these quickly so we know what's being withheld, what we're getting, and so we can fight to get what's been withheld. He said they're being declassified. Why haven't they all been released? What's being declassified? And we just want to ask some questions about it under oath, and no one wants to do it in the FBI. The FBI isn't above the law, and they're hiding records from the American people required to be released under the Freedom of Information Act. Not in 158 years, but according to the law, in 20 days. Oh, Tom, we can't do it in 20 days. You know that. Well, I didn't write the law. You're not even telling us when we're going to get them, or why we should get or why can't we get them more quickly? Instead of telling a federal court judge and the American people they have to wait 158 years, they should be saying, we're getting them out on an emergency basis. You'll have them in 2 months. So the court hearing is next week. I'll let you know if we have anything significant happen at the court hearing. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and like our video down below.